Lilith and the Serpent of Eden, the symbolic relationship between two powerful archetypes. In biblical and mystical tradition, both Lilith and the Serpent of Eden emerge as figures laden with profound and multifaceted symbolism, representing complex and often paradoxical aspects of the feminine, ancestral wisdom, rebellion against established order, and the transgression of imposed boundaries. Although their origins are distinct, and their roles within the sacred narrative differ in many respects, their stories intertwine symbolically, creating a hidden dialogue that reveals deep layers of human spirituality, collective psyche, and the eternal struggle for power, autonomy, and individual freedom. Lilith, known for her fierce rebellion and indomitable spirit, symbolizes the archetype of the wild woman, untamed femininity, and refusal to submit to any form of external control, especially patriarchal. She represents the primal feminine force that refuses to be diminished, that demands sovereignty over her own body, mind, and destiny. Her narrative, often marginalized or demonized, stands as a testament to resistance against oppression and the quest for authenticity and freedom. The Serpent of Eden, in turn, is an ambiguous and powerful figure that transcends simple association with evil or temptation. It is the ancient symbol of hidden wisdom, forbidden knowledge, transformation, and awakening of consciousness. In the biblical tradition, the serpent offers Eve the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, an act that, though marked as the origin of the fall, can also be interpreted as the beginning of human awakening to the moral, spiritual, and existential complexity of life. In many mystical traditions, the serpent is seen as the emblem of the Kundalini life energy, the latent spiritual force that, when awakened, leads to inner growth, enlightenment, and transcendence. The symbolic relationship between Lilith and the Serpent of Eden is deep and rich in meaning. Both figures embody the transgression of imposed norms, Lilith in her refusal to accept submission and inequality, and the serpent in inciting the quest for knowledge beyond the limits set by God. This transgression, although historically seen as dangerous and condemnable, is also an act of courage and freedom, a movement that challenges the status quo and opens the way for new forms of understanding and existence. While Lilith personifies the wild, intuitive, and sovereign feminine energy, the serpent symbolizes ancestral wisdom, the power to see beyond the surface and question accepted truths. Together, they form a symbolic duet that invites the integration of shadow and light, rebellion and wisdom, instinct and consciousness. This internal and spiritual dialogue reflects the human journey in search of balance between freedom and responsibility, between the sacred and the profane. In contemporary spiritual practice, the figure of Lilith has been reclaimed as a powerful archetype of female empowerment, encouraging women to reclaim their autonomy and voice. At the same time, the serpent continues to be a universal symbol of transformation and rebirth, reminding us that true knowledge requires courage to face the unknown and let go of old certainties. Thus, understanding the symbolic relationship between Lilith and the Serpent of Eden is to delve into the depths of myth and psychology, recognizing that these ancestral archetypes are not mere stories of the past but living forces within each of us, inviting us to awaken to our truth, embrace our wholeness, and walk with power, wisdom, and freedom in our own inner Eden.